Hello, welcome to Andale Homestead. I'm Ann, and I'm so glad that you're here today. What I thought we might do is make some of my homemade cough syrup. I have done this in the past, but almost everybody I'm talking to has sniffles and coughs and their chest is congested, and this helps me a lot. I am not a doctor, but this is how we do things, and I wanted to show you also. I'm making these for Christmas gifts for my grown children to be able to throw in their box of Christmas gifts. Stick with me. That's a better view of being able to see what the items are. Pay no attention to the pot on the side. We're doing a little something else over there. But what I have is red onion that I have roughly sliced. Chopped garlic. This is 6 cloves of garlic. It's been sitting out on the counter for about 10 minutes now. And when you leave your garlic out longer, it has a stronger flavor. This is the garlic that we got from our land of plenty. One other clue about garlic. When you're buying it in the store, you see this root? That shows that it's still organic. If you go to buy garlic in the store and it's got a little scoop, it's been scooped out there for the root, that means that it was done in shipping. And what they have done is try to keep it from sprouting as well as spray it with chemicals to keep it fresh. We also have, now this is turmeric. I have a half of a teaspoon of turmeric. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper because pepper does activate the turmeric. And because ginger is so strong, there's just a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. When you put all these items in a jar, it's easy. It's dump and go, y'all. And this is a lid that I purchased specifically for being able to close these canning jars, but you can use a mayonnaise lid. It works just as well. So I'm going to put some onions in here, just roughly cut, kind of shake them up a little bit. Then I'm going to put all of the garlic that I have cut up so far. That's 6 cloves of garlic. And yeah, it's kind of strong, but I like the taste of onions and I like the taste of garlic. So what you going to do, right? See if I can get them all in here for you. See if you can see what's happening. Now, this is pepper. I'm going to go ahead and mix it with the turmeric because pepper does activate turmeric in order to be able to help with your immune system. It helps with inflammation, which is why you're coughing anyway. Now, remind you, this is allegedly. I am not a doctor, but I can tell you, in my 64 years of life, I've used a lot of medication to stop from coughing, and this has worked beautifully. All right, put the turmeric in there and ginger. Now, ginger is a strong spice, and you don't want it to overwhelm it so you can't take it. So I put just a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger in there. We try to get organic when we can, but you know, you never know. Also, honey. These came from our farmer's market. I met the local beekeeper, and I really feel confident that this is actually her honey. You do have to kind of watch out for local beekeepers because sometimes they'll purchase their honey and sell it to you as theirs. We don't want that, right? Here we go. Now, pour it in there. And it's that easy. It's simple as can be. And what we'll do is for the next 24 hours, you go in and you kind of wiggle it back and forth. Turn it upside down, all sides, all around. It's going to be slow because the honey is good, right? But this is what, after 24 hours, this is what it turns out to look like. Each time that you take a spoonful, you can take a spoonful 2 or 3 times a day if you want to. I tried just once, but it is very helpful. A lot of people will strain this with a cheesecloth or a small sieve, something like that. But the onion and the honey The onion and the garlic are preserved, really, in there. And we've had this out for a couple of weeks. I'm just saying, that's how we do it. All right? So you can strain it if you want to. And then tomorrow, it'll be much juicier. And I'm going to give this to one of my grown children that enjoys taking a spoonful every day. One more hint. When you're stirring honey, you need to try to use a wooden spoon only. Metal spoons can taint the jar. So when you get an opportunity, wooden or plastic spoons only, not metal, when you're going through the jar. And that's basically it, y'all. I wanted to slip just one more little bit in here. This is the next day after they're made. And you can see the very next day that the jars are very liquidy. See, the honey has gotten the juice from the onions and the garlic. You just keep shaking. All we've done is walk by and turn them upside down. And as you can see, a mayonnaise lid works just fine as well. So you just turn them upside down, back and forth. And then once they're finished, if you would like, you can strain them. And I'll show you what I use. What I do is get out a sieve. I put it over another jar and strain it out. Or you can use some cheesecloth as well. Any kind of a very thin dishcloth will do also. But that's all there is to it. It's not hard. You truly are smart enough to do this. You really can. It doesn't take rocket scientists, y'all. So give it a try. As long as you're not allergic to turmeric or ginger or honey, then you're pretty good. And it really does taste good. I just leave the stuff right in there because I don't mind it. If I get a piece of onion or a piece of garlic, I'm not gonna freak out. So back to the show. So it really is that easy, you guys. You just need a jar with onion and garlic and turmeric and ginger and a little pepper. Local honey is also good. So I'm not a doctor, but this is what we use. I use a spoonful in the morning and sometimes a couple during the day and one at night. It won't hurt you. It's not medication that will hurt your body unless you're allergic to one of the items. So be careful. Make sure that you pay attention to what's going on. So thank you so much for coming. We'll talk to you soon. And remember, the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, say the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. I love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.